Prepare for glory!
Glorious!
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 Glorious! Glory lasts forever!
What's up, guys? Welcome back from Glorious Smite, and tonight this video is going to be a little bit different from the norm. We're going to be responding to this thread in Reddit, and just so you understand, I agree with what this person's saying. This person's like massive Reddit fan, massive Arachne fanboy. I've seen them post a few times. I think they're a bit of a cultist. Hopefully they're not. Hopefully they escape the cult. But that's mostly irrelevant. What he's basically ranting about, and there'll be a link down below, is that the recent showing of Arachne in the SPL, the person who played it poorly. It gives out some advice, good advice I might add, and says the build was poor and gives a superior build, and it is superior. And while I agree with them, people responded to this person, and some people were negative, and that's fine, but they're voted quite high up, and these people are wrong, right? They're wrong. It's not an opinion. It can be an opinion. You can say you disagree with your opinion, but you are wrong. Objectively, factually, you are wrong, right? You're either stupid or ignorant. It's up to you, but you're wrong, right? So people responded. There was a few, and the general response was, look, you're only gold 2. You can't give these SPL players advice. They know more about it than you. I mean, it's like some casual fanboy criticizing some professional person in some other game, blah 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 blah. But he's completely missing the point. This person has put in fucking way too many hours into Arachne. Played her way too much. He's probably got the most hours in Arachne than anyone else in the game. So he is basically an expert in Arachne, right? He's not an SPL player, but he's an expert in Arachne. That means he can still criticise things relating to Arachne. Let me give you an example of that. A food critic, TV critic, movie critic. I bet you most of them never made a TV show, never made a movie, and never fucking baked a pie at some Michelin star restaurant, right? Never happened. But they're still knowledgeable enough in those subjects that they can accurately criticise it, and people will want to read or watch what these people have to say about it, even though they were never professional in it. They just know a lot about it. Even in Smite terms, who's the most famous coach and theory crafter in Smite? Cret. He left and he's never played in the SPL. In fact, I think he might have been a sub at one point and played one game, but he was never an SPL player. He struggled to get out of Diamond even with duo queuing with SPL players. He eventually did, I think. Right? But people still wanted to hear what he had to say and believe what he had to say at face value, even when he was wrong. I nearly made a fucking video just disagreeing with him and everything. But he was right about a lot. Why? Because he had a good knowledge of the game. That's what got him hired into Paladins. He's good with the numbers, he's good with the builds, he can help balance it. Right? And he's never an SPL player. So yes, this person's not an SPL player. This player's not even Diamond or Platinum, this person's fucking gold. But this person is an expert in Arachne. And the build they gave out is better than the build this guy went. I think his name's Shard in the SPL. The links will be down below. It is better. That's not an opinion. It's better. Right? It just is. It's better. It's a better build. It's superior. It has more things that Arachne wants. Right? So I just wanted to tell you guys, look, I could probably just end the video after this line. You can be bad mechanically at the game, but have really good builds for gods and know all about their kits. And you can be really, really good at the game mechanically, but you could have really, really bad builds or just not optimal builds for gods and their kits in this game, right? That can happen. You remember back in the day, if you guys subscribed me back before my videos got wiped by YouTube, I get flagged for vulgar speech. That's kind of funny, because I say fucking cunt a lot and talk about the filthy smelly Jews or whatever, right? So I used to talk a lot about, back in Season 0, Witchblade, what a godly item. I get it on everyone. Back with old Beswa in solo, man, I'd get Witchblade first item. It would just destroy any AA base god, right? This is pre-nerf Witchblade, it was so strong. I used to talk about how bad Shifter Shield was. I even had a video up comparing Shifter Shield to Transcendence, and why Transcendence is just objectively better, right? If you want a power spike item, you could trans. This is back when Shifter Shield was 2700 gold, which meant it cost more, and it offered less protections, and it had a lot less power on it, right? So this is before the buffs of that as well. People used to always get Shifter Shield, even though it was objectively worse, right? I could prove it. It was worse. I did prove it. I even remember when Heartseeker was super popular, I had done a video saying, look, you could just as simply get Beat Stick. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a far superior item. It's not reliant on stacks that get halved, and the pass is really strong, right? This is all Beat Stick. But people still didn't do it, even though I went out of my way to prove that, look, it's a lot better. It's a lot better item. Again, this is not an opinion, I went and proved it with numbers. And I even done the same again when I went, look, people are always buying Transcendence now. Don't they know about the glory of Beat Stick? And then when Deathbringer get nerfed, I done a video, and people still kept buying it. Done a video comparing Deathbringer to Malice. Malice is a single item, offered superior DPS. Right? These are all true. But a lot of people didn't do it. Even today, even when you see one single crit item in the SPL, unlike Nija, if you only get one crit and it's Deathbringer, Malice offers more DPS. Even the only reason you would ever get Deathbringer over Malice as a single crit item is if you feared they had if they had a healer, because the tick, maybe they would get a heal before the ticks of Malice went off to override, you know, and get more DPS out of that way. That was it. But even against non-healers, they would still get Deathbringer again, even when Malice could be proven that it offered more DPS, and they still do that, right? And these are things that have been proven, they're fact, but if people still wouldn't buy them. So it can be the same with Arachne, right? This guy built her poorly. This guy is an Arachne fucking fanatic. He worships at the holy altar of Arachne. He's probably got several pet spiders or some shit, maybe a little plushie of Arachne. He fucking Arachne in the brain. Dreams about her when he's sleeping. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Look, pros have built badly in the past. They're still building badly right now. I could guarantee you, without even looking, just based on the fact that I remember glancing at builds as they kind of happened, that I could find a problem with at least one build in every single SPL game that's happened since the SPL started back up. Right? And I could probably whip out a calculator and prove it. It's that easy. So all I'm trying to say is, look, they're good mechanically at the game. No one can deny that. That's why in the SPL. But it doesn't mean the builds are right. In fact, I would argue the builds aren't right. So, yeah, give this guy some slack. He is an Arachne fanatic, and if you play a lot of one god and you've got a build that really, really works well, but I say something different, you're probably right, because you played that god a lot, you know it a lot better than me. If we both know the god really well and our builds both differ, maybe it's a playstyle difference, right? And with that said, I'm actually going to try and think of reasons why the guy who built the Arachne, the Shattered guy, built her the way he did. So, he built Shifter Shield setting time after Warrior Attack, right? That's his first real item, because everyone goes start item boost. It's pretty generic. And he got Shifter Shield. Now, why would he do that? The enemy team had an Alquong. Alquong's a big scary mage that must be respected, so you need to build Magic D. Shifter Shield has a tiny amount of Magic D. The enemies also had double ADC and a Ravana. Ravana early game's terrifying, and double ADC is only going to get worse as the game progresses, because ADCs are designed to be the most powerful broken class in the game if they're fed ahead or at full build. Alright, they're just the best class. That's just how it is. It's designed that way. In fact, the one moment when hunters might be getting pushed out, this was back pre-Witchblade nerf. People were cheesing hunters at the start of Season 2 or start of Season 3 with like Chak with Witchblade Rush when it had movement speed on it, just to cheese the hunters. And, you know, Hi-rez immediately nerfed it on the spot. I didn't even want people to try and, you know, think out for themselves, just admit, no, hunters must reign supreme, never perfectly good item, deal with it. And then they made the Witchblade shite for the majority. It's getting buffed again, but they made it shite for a while. Right, so he went Shifter Shield. Gives us a little bit of Fizz D, a little bit of Magic D, but he sees himself as a jungler. He thinks he still needs some sort of damage, and Shifter Shield offers power. So, in his thinking, this is the best possible item he can buy in this scenario. That's what I'm thinking anyway, right? Magic D on it, Fizz D on it, power on it, 2400 Gs is very respectable. It's overall a pretty decent pickup, right? Then he goes into Anseal. He's thinking again, man, this Ao Kuang is deadly, I must buy Anseal. Offers a little bit of CDR, which is good, gives me a little bit of defense, which is good, and it gives me a little bit of power, which is good, because I'm the jungler, I need power. That's his thinking. Now, where he's went wrong is, there's still two fucking hunters in the enemy team and a Ravana. You can't just get one Magic D item that offers no health, no physical defense, or no penetration, which is your key stats, you can't just get it, right? It's a no bueno. You can't do it. You technically can do it, but you absolutely should not, right? It's just bad. Because as the game progresses, those hunters are going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and that anti-heal's fucking useless, right? Those kind of not quite cheap but not quite expensive sort of semi-hybrid items get worse as your build gets more and more complete. Is one of the main problems with Divine Ruin. So he was thinking about, he's trying to find items that were done a little bit of everything to help him out, but ultimately it wasn't ideal. And for the record, this guy's Arachne build with his Warrior Tabi, Void Shield, into Wingblade Ritual Dagger, into, I believe, Ken's Stonecutter Discord. It's a pretty good build. I quite like him. So anyway guys, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, I don't know. Feel free to let me know down below. And I've got another video tomorrow. A decent one, I think. So guys, hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. As always, see you all next time.